The hotel in Bermuda said that they couldn't find your laptop anywhere.
That's impossible. I mean, I left it in my room.
I don't know what to tell you, but I mean, at least you backed up all your work on disk, right?
It's not my work I'm worried about, Ethan.
What is it? What else do you have on there?
Remember, I told you on the plane that I have a lot of personal things on my computer that I don't want to get out. I know he cares, dear diary. And I'm still praying that before we leave here in the morning, he'll realize it's me he loves, and not Gwen. If someone finds my computer, reads my diary, and tells Ethan I love him, I'll die.
My Diary by Teresa Lopez Fitzgerald. Oh, Julian, you've hit gigabyte gold. The innermost desires of a ravishing young girl at your fingertips. Ooh, delicious.
Look, I know you don't want to be around each other, or so you say. But I brought you in to discuss the ramifications of Antoine's capture.
What are you talking about, ramifications?
That's a big word for fallout.
Yeah, I know what the word means.
Oh, that's right, I forgot. You know everything.
Hey!
That's right.
You guys can fight when I'm finished. I just want you both to know that I'm no longer in charge of Crystal's murder investigation.
Why not?
Ever since you realized that Antoine tried to kill Sheridan and shot Crystal by mistake, we had enough evidence on him to make him confess. Antoine not only confessed to killing Crystal, but he also implicated French drug dealers.
Roger and Pierre.
And contracting him to kill Sheridan.
I could have told you that. I overheard Antoine on the phone with Roger at the cabin.
Save it for the FBI. They're going to take over the case. And I couldn't be happier. I'm going to take a few days off and go sailing with Grace, just the two of us.
Oh, Sam. I can't wait until we can get away together. I mean, not that I don't love the children, I do. It's just, it's been so long since we've had any private time together. You know, since our trip to the ski lodge. That was so romantic. Except for when I had that nightmare about that woman in the next room making love to you. But that's not going to happen again. No more silly nightmares about some strange woman trying to take you away from me.
So, Sam and Grace are going on a sailing trip tonight.
Are you satisfied now?
No, Eve. I won't be satisfied until Sam and I are back together.
It'll never happen.
Yes, it will, Eve. Tonight on the boat, Sam and I are going to make passionate love again.
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places, and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of a bird I knew could take me high as breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life.
Teresa, I hate to see you so upset about your computer.
I can't help it, Ethan. You know, I use it for more than my work here at the mansion.
Well, of course, your schoolwork too, huh?
That and a lot of personal information that I don't want to get out.
Yeah, I know what you mean. A scrupulous person might learn things you want kept private, like your social security number or your bank account information.
Well, that's just for starters.
Well, I wouldn't worry about your computer, Teresa. I mean, someone's bound to find it, and I'm sure they'll return it with no harm done.
I hope so.
Wait, your name and address is on it, right?
Yes.
Well, then someone will see it's yours right away.
Oh, is it hot in here, or am I just anxious to find out what sexy secrets the lovely Teresa shares with no one but her diary? Oh. What I wouldn't give to pluck that oh-so-ripe girl for the very first time. How very close I came to doing it.
I want you here with me. I need you so much.
If that's what you want, who am I to deny you? Yes, you're going to get all the Crane magic.
Yes. Crane magic.
I don't need to wave my wand for a woman to crave more of the Crane magic. Just holding Teresa had to have an effect on her, not the nausea Ivy used to claim. I bet she couldn't stop thinking about her close encounter with Ethan's big daddy and wrote about it in graphic, gratifying detail.
Excuse me, Mr. Crane.
What is it, Pilar?
The cook has prepared the snack you requested. It is waiting for you in the dining room.
I'll be right there. Brace yourself, little computer. When I come back, I'm gonna scroll you good.
Well, now that the FBI is involved, that means that Luis can't control me anymore.
You make it sound like I have nothing better to do than play drill sergeant with you, when all I have done from day one is try and keep you from getting killed.
Oh, I don't deny you've been helpful on occasion.
Helpful, she says.
Yeah, only so you could boss me around. That's how he gets his kicks, you know.
You know, the only kick I've ever gotten from you is in my butt.
Oh, like I said,
How do
I'm
you
off the
expect
case.
me to react when you knock me out and kidnap me?
Thankful, grateful, human.
Oh, don't even lecture me on acting human, you Cro-Magnon control freak. You know, I thought you'd learn your lesson when I had you arrested in Boston, but no. As soon as you can, you trump up a charge on your own home turf and have me arrested.
Yeah, and did you learn your lesson then? No, you ditched your bodyguard, and look what happened. I had to come to your rescue. Again!
Had to, he says.
Now that the FBI's on the case, I don't ever have to save your ungrateful neck again.
Good. You're both happy? Which means I can go sailing with Grace without a care in the world?
Bon voyage.
Yeah, have a good trip, Sam.
Thanks. Have a little nice, quiet time. With a whole lot of lovemaking going on.
You're never going to make love to Sam on that boat. It's a sick fantasy that is never going to happen.
You know, Eve, I recall you telling me a few months ago that you would never betray Grace to help me get Sam, and yet you just did.
I didn't have any choice.
No, that's not true. You chose to help me rather than ruin your own life by making me go public with those photos of you and Julian or that most unattractive mugshot the police took of you way back when for doing God knows what.
Fine. I made my choice, and now Sam is going to make his, and he is never going to choose you over Grace.
Don't you know by now that I always get what I want? And I want Sam, and I will have Sam tonight.
Well, I hope losing your computer doesn't ruin your memory of Bermuda. I mean, despite the fact that we got stuck there for half a night and the trouble with my father mistakenly coming into your room, but I thought you had a good time.
I had a great time, Ethan. And I'll never forget it.
I won't either. I'm glad I took all those pictures with my digital camera. Well, you know, that way we can show Gwen why we thought it was the perfect place for our honeymoon.
Well, can we take a look at the pictures now? I mean, to make sure they do the place justice.
Sure, yeah. Just have to put in the floppy. There we go. There's the ocean from the balcony. It's beautiful, isn't it?
It's perfect in every way. To wake up each morning and see such an incredible sight would be a dream come true for me, Ethan.
Might get kind of lonely, won't it?
Oh, no. I didn't mean that I would be by myself.
I wouldn't want you to be.
Really?
It makes a world of difference to share things with someone special. Someone you love.
Oh, look, there's one of the pictures you took when you bought me all those clothes.
Here we go, the Hostel restaurant.
You look so handsome in your dinner jacket. Hey, those are the flowers that you bought me.
There's us dancing.
And when we were named most romantic couple.
Louise Sheridan, this is FBI agent Hal Freeman. He's going to be taking over the case.
It's good to meet you both. And Miss Crane will take good care of you.
What a nice change.
If you'll excuse us, gentlemen. Antoine has implicated Roger and Pierre in Jean-Luc Moulin's death, corroborating the sworn statement that Miss Crane gave the French authorities. Now, once Interpol catches them, Roger and Pierre will be tried and convicted, and their drug cartel will cease to exist.
Yeah, but Interpol's been after those goons for months, with no luck. Now, isn't it possible that Roger and Pierre left France, came here to Harmony to finish Sheridan off?
That's not out of the question. She'd be the major key witness against them in a trial. And since they've repeatedly tried to kill her, it would be very dangerous to assume they won't try again.
Excuse me, but since you're talking about my life, shouldn't I be involved in this
With all due
discussion?
respect, Ms. Crane, the handling of this case is an FBI matter.
Well, with all due respect, Agent Freeman, this matter you're discussing is about me. If my life is in danger, then I want to know what's going on.
Why? So you can do the opposite of what they say?
Ignore him.
Try ignoring her.
Try ignoring either of them.
You see, Miss Crane has a problem taking orders.
When they're being given by someone who's a macho know-it-all pig.
You see what I'm saying? There's absolutely no reasoning with her.
Yeah, because it's either his way or the highway.
Ding, ding, ding,
right.
ding, ding, ding. All right, both of you, back to your corners.
Sam still loves me.
I know he does.
I'd be in his arms right now if it weren't for Grace. Not that I have anything against her personally, it's just Sam has this need to be faithful to her, and it is so frustrating. That's all.
My heart bleeds for you, Ivy.
I was Sam's first love, his one true love. Being with Sam isn't about betraying Grace. It's about being true to our love, to ourselves.
I need you to leave, Ivy. I have to get to the hospital.
Not so fast, Eve. We're not finished here yet.
Oh, no. I kept up my end of the bargain. I told you where Sam was. What more do you want?
I want you to keep Grace from getting on the boat with Sam.
Excuse me, Ethan. Do you know where your mother is?
Oh. No, Pilar, I don't. I better get going. I'm supposed to meet Sheridan.
Do you want to finish looking at the pictures that you took in Bermuda?
No, I think I've seen enough. I'm just gonna email these to Gwen.
Right. Gwen.
Teresa has been a huge help to Gwen and me in planning our wedding. You wouldn't believe how involved she is.
I can only imagine.
Well, I should get going. I don't want to be late meeting Sheridan.
Mama, why did you interrupt us?
I saw what was going on, and it was wrong.
Mama, Ethan, it is so close. close to admitting that he loves me. I can see it in his eyes.
Ethan will never love you when he realizes that you have been deceiving him. That what you really want is for him to marry you, not Gwen.
Mama, I don't see how he can find that. And I'm not going to say anything, and you're not going to say anything. He's never going to know how I feel. Unless...
What?
My diary. What if Ethan finds my diary?
Well, how could he? Isn't it in your bedroom at home?
No, Mama, my diary is in the computer that I lost. What if someone finds it and shows it to Ethan? Well, he'll know that I've been lying to him about my true feelings, and he'll never forgive me, Mama, and he'll never love me.
Where did you leave your computer?
I left it in my room in Bermuda by accident.
Well, I think I just saw Mr. Crane in the library with a computer that looked just like the one you use.
All right, Teresa, you doe-eyed delicacy. What secrets do you have to reveal about a certain Crane male?
Mr. Crane. Oh, that's my computer.
It is?
Yes. I left it in Bermuda. The hotel must have sent it back, and you must have got it confused with your own computer.
Oh, and the hotel must have confused it with mine.
Yes. Oh, Mr. Crane, I'm so sorry. I hope you're not mad at me for barging in without knocking, but I have some private, personal things on this computer that I don't want anyone else to
See?
Erase.
Oh, yes. It would be a pity to erase something as private and personal as... What?
Oh, you wouldn't be interested, Mr. Crane.
Try me.
It's my diary. I write what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling, just the boring thoughts of a teenage girl. You know, if I see your computer, I'll give it back to you. Bye.
Miss Crane can be difficult to deal with.
Only if the FBI has a habit of handcuffing the people they protect.
You know, you should have been bound and gagged for behaving the way you did.
Let's just forget about the past. Luis is off the case. Things will be different from now on.
The Bureau's sole purpose is to keep you safe, Miss Crane. You'll be provided with round-the-clock protection until Roger and Pierre are caught.
Are you placing me in protective custody?
No. A guard will be with you at your cottage. He'll be with you around the clock, wherever you go, day and night.
I'm sure I'm comfortable with that.
I told you she can be difficult to deal with.
Everyone needs a certain amount of privacy. Are you saying that I don't get any?
That's a roundabout way of asking if she can ditch the guard whenever it's convenient for her. Like when you were up at your family's cabin. Or you would have been killed if it wasn't for me. Again.
The guard will answer to me, Miss Crane, not you. And he'll stick to you like glue, unless I say otherwise.
But that's not fair.
Excuse me. I need to call Washington to find out who's being assigned to protect you.
Sam, can't you...
Excuse me, I have to call Grace.
Well, you happy now? You're finally free of me.
I'm glad I don't have to worry about you anymore. Adios, Miss Crane.
Oh, goodbye, Officer Lopez Fitzgerald. Will you please tell Agent Freeman that I'll meet him at the book cafe? I can't wait to be protected by a trained, impartial professional, unlike the biased bully that's been protecting me so far.
I really don't get you two.
No, I'm not going to do it, Ivy. Grace and I are like sisters, and I'm not going to betray her for a second time.
I am so tired of your pointless posturing. We both know you're going to buckle under like you always do. So quit wasting my time and get busy stalling Grace.
How, Ivy? I am trained to save lives, not ruin them.
I don't care how you do it. Lie to Grace. Lock her in the cellar and shoot her full of drugs. I don't really care. Just keep her off the boat and leave the rest to me.
Grace is such a trusting, good-hearted person.
Which makes your job ever so much easier.
I feel like a Judas.
Eve, put this in perspective. The most Grace is going to lose is an occasional night of lovemaking with Sam. You, on the other hand, you stand to lose everything if I go public with those photos. Your husband, the love and respect of your children, your career, everything. God, I hate this. And I hate having to repeat myself. So, For the umpteenth time, are you going to help me keep Grace off of that boat? Or am I going to have to go public with your not so Puritan past? My, Eve. I do believe you want to hit me.
Oh, no, Ivy. I want to kill you.
I'm glad the FBI is assigning you a full-time bodyguard. Just promise me you'll let them do their job. You won't pull this Greta Garbo I want to be alone stuff.
Don't worry. I learned my lesson. I'll do whatever he asks. It'll be a pleasant change from being told what to do by Louise.
You know, don't dump your cappuccino on my head for saying this, but I think you're going to miss Luis.
Miss the most obnoxious, irritating, annoying man I've ever met in my entire life? No bloody way.
Oh, maybe we're both better off staying away from Pilar's family. I'm trying to keep my distance from Teresa, but to be honest with you, it's not easy.
You fantasizing about Teresa again?
Not about making love to her, but when we were at the mansion, looking at the pictures from Bermuda, it's like I felt like I was drawn to her. And it made me feel like so alive. Like I was under some kind of magic spell. But and it's not her fault, it's mine. And she has nothing to do with this.
Well, if that's the way you feel about her, then I would definitely keep your distance. And just take plenty cold showers until Gwen gets home.
See, that's just it. You know, I love Gwen, and I don't want to lust after Teresa the way Father lusts after women. I mean, I'm not anything like my father.
Thank God.
Really. You know, I'm going to marry Gwen, and I'm going to be faithful to her for the rest of my life. I won't think about Teresa anymore.
Mama, I found it. Mr. Crane had it. It would have been a complete disaster if he accidentally had read my diary.
If you think you're out of danger, think again.
I don't understand, Mama. I mean, Ethan is so close to realizing that he loves me.
Shh. You must keep such thoughts to yourself. Sooner or later, Ethan will realize how you have insinuated yourself into his life, lied to him, manipulated him, deceived Gwen and Mrs. Crane. And when he does, Teresa, I pity you, because your life will end as you know it.
No, Mama.
Es la verdad, Teresa. The Cranes will turn on you with a vengeance. You will lose your job. I would probably lose my job as well. And Mr. Crane will use what you have done to have Louise fired from the police force.
Mama, I'm sorry, but I can't pretend that I don't love Ethan.
Por favor, Teresa. It is one thing to want to destroy your own life. But to destroy the lives of the people you love over such a silly dream, it is wrong.
It is not a dream, Mama. And it is not silly. I love Ethan. And I know that deep down that he loves me. I just have to get him to admit it before he marries Gwen. Or else my life really is over.
Teresa. How the name rolls off the tongue. Oh, to be Ethan's age again. To be Ethan without his naive notions of morality. What is wrong with my son? Not to feast on a hot little dish like Teresa. Oh. No.
Sorry to disturb whatever sick fantasy you're having, but I thought you should know I'm going away for a few days.
And miss the governor's ball. How unlike you, darling. You who live to see and be seen with the elite meat.
Well, something more important came up.
What, pray tell?
I don't ask you where you go when you disappear for days on end. What right do you have to ask me?
You're up to something.
Whatever makes you think that?
Because if something important had come up, there'd be a caravan of camels waiting to take your luggage to the airport, yet you only have a small overnight bag barely big enough to pack your war paint. Now tell me, what's going on?
Goodbye, Julian.
Off with one of your boyfriends, Oh, how wonderful. I'll have every reason to divorce you, and Father will back me all the way.
Whatever you say, Julian.
I'll nail your hide to the wall. I will strip you. All your perks and privileges.
Would you really do that?
With relish. Now you tell me what you're up to, or I'll find out myself.
Yeah. Go sailing with Grace. Forget about me and the Harmony PD for a few days, huh?
Well, that's the plan. Grace and I need the R&R. Our trip to the ski lodge, it wasn't what I'd hoped it'd be.
I thought you guys had a great time.
We went to relax, but things kept happening. Look, I don't want to get into specifics. Let's just say the ski lodge was a little too crowded. Not a chance at it happening on the boat, though. It's just going to be Grace and me, our own little world.
Sounds pretty darn romantic.
I plan to make it that way.
Which one do you think I should take? I don't remember ever wearing anything so daring before, but since it's just Sam and me on the boat, I thought I could go a little wild.
Why don't you take both?
You know? You're right. It's not like they take up a lot of room. Oh, but, since it's just Sam and me on the boat, maybe I won't even wear a bikini.
No, you won't.
I could even hide Sam's swim trunks. Kind of my version of piracy on the high seas. Eve, I am so glad I can confide in you. You and TC are such good friends to Sam and me. We would trust you with our lives. Eve, what's wrong? What has you so upset? Eve, what's going on?
It's just the pressure that I'm under.
At the hospital?
Yeah. It's just there's so many people that are just trusting me with their lives, and then sometimes I just feel a little overwhelmed. The thought of failing them when they need me the most, it's just too much for me to bear sometimes.
Sweetheart, I'm sorry. Here I am being all trivial, asking you which bathing suit to bring. I didn't mean to add to your stress.
You didn't believe me. You were the best friend that I could ever ask for, and I'm about to...
Look, you are being human. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, sometimes we all feel pressured and overwhelmed.
It's worse than it's ever been.
Look, why don't I'll get you a glass of water, okay?
Oh, but...
No. I feel bad about leaving the girls with you and TC. I mean, you have enough pressure without Sam and I adding to it.
Oh, it's okay, Grace, really.
I'm just going to call Sam and cancel the trip.
No!
Look, you and TC can go sailing instead of Sam and I. We'll take care of the girls.
No, you can't cancel your trip.
Look, give me one good reason why.
This is TC and I can't go on such short notice.
Okay, I won't change our plans. But that doesn't mean I'm not still concerned about you. I mean, Eve, you gotta find a way just to stop worrying so much about your patients. I mean, you gotta enjoy life more.
I wish I could. I don't see it happening anytime soon.
Maybe this will make you feel a little bit better. I used to think that people with a lot of money, like the Cranes, I used to think they didn't have a care in the world, but you know what? Money can't buy everything. Because to tell you the truth, I don't think that Ivy and Julian are nearly as happy as you and TC and Sam and me.
All right, Julian. You might as well know the truth. I am going away with my lover.
Is that so?
Yes, it is. He's not rich, you see, so we are going to have to rough it. We're going someplace where there's no room service, no valet parking, no amenities whatsoever. That's why I don't need all my usual clothes and jewelry. It'll just be the two of us, surrounded by nature, eating simple foods that I've helped prepare. You see, Julian, I love him so much that I am willing to give up all of this just to be with him, and that is the God's honest truth.
Oh, I must give you credit, darling. You really had me going there, but as usual, you overplayed your hand. You wouldn't risk breaking a nail opening a tin of caviar, much less risk all this for love. Now you're going to some trendy spa for a deep massage. Pity that's enough to satisfy you these days.
Oh, Julian. You know me so well.
Yes, you're right. I do. Have fun being manhandled.
I plan to. I plan to have more fun than I've had in years.
Mama, Ethan wants to be with me. He wants to hold me in his arms, and he wants to kiss me. But he's afraid. I mean, everybody tells him that he should be in love with Gwen, that he's gonna marry Gwen, and he tells himself the same thing. I know that he's in love with me.
You had better stop these delusions before Ethan marries Gwen, and you are left with nothing but with a broken heart.
I will risk it, Mama. I will do anything, and I will go anywhere and take any chance to be with Ethan. When we were in Bermuda, Ethan came closer than ever to opening his heart to me. And if I could just be alone with him just one more time, I know.
Get out of this house, now. And get your mind off Ethan.
Mama, no.
And do it now, Teresa. That is an order. Go.
I think I'm gonna go check out that movie that Father's invested in. You wanna join me?
Oh, no thanks. I need to wait for Agent Freeman. See where my bodyguard is.
Okay. Well, I'll see you later.
What are you doing here? Thought we'd seen the last of each other.
Thought so too. Agent Freeman asked me to meet him here. Unlike some people, I do what law enforcement officials tell me to do.
Oh, well, aren't you just too good to be true?
So, still accepting the FBI's protection or not?
I said I would, didn't I?
Like your word means anything.
Oh, and like you're a man of your word.
You know, I really pity the poor guy who ends up guarding you.
Good, you're both here. I can introduce you to the man who's been assigned to protect you.
You mean he's already here in Harmony?
Oh, he's right here in this very cafe.
What are you talking about, Father?
While you were playing pirate in Bermuda, Luis and Sheridan were together at the family cabin.
What?
Luis saved your sister from being killed by a hired assassin.
Oh, that's good, isn't it?
Well, of course it's good, you lummox. I don't want Sheridan dead. I just want to get her away from that damn cop.
Absolutely. How dare Luis go near Sheridan? We had a deal.
Well, then I suggest you remind him of it. Luis and Sheridan must be kept apart before everything starts to unravel.
Well, whoever you got to protect me is really good at blending in. I don't see anyone who looks like a top-notch bodyguard.
Yeah. I don't either.
Let me give you a hint. He's close enough to touch you now.
You're protecting me, Agent Freeman?
No.
But... Luis? He's my new bodyguard?
Me? You want me to protect her? No way. No.
It's a done deal! Orders from Washington. From this moment on, Luis is your bodyguard. Day and night.
Excuse me, miss, is this yours?
Ethan?
Teresa.
Well, I'm all set. Eve, what time do you have?
Same time as the clock.
Thought it was later than that. Well, why don't I make us some coffee? Got plenty of time before I gotta go see Sam.
Grace? Grace? Something tells me this is going to be a trip I'm going to remember forever.
Oh, I am going to make you love me again, Sam. Starting tonight.